House of the Dragon. There's a lot of shit going on. Almost at this point, it's getting to the point now where the floodgates. We thought they may have released, a month or two ago, or when we first got those official promo photos, and then we found out that the series may be starting with the funeral, not Viserys' funeral, but a certain funeral that I won't get into details in because I haven't given the official spoiler warning, slipping in and out of accents here. But look, this video may be long, it may be short. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, but we're going to talk about all of those things that are popping off, and getting back to what my original train of thought is that the floodgates are going to be opening. The news is coming in every day, and I think after Marvel has its heyday with the upcoming Spider-Man trailer and, of course, the series finale or season finale of Loki, they're sort of holding the information and giving us bits and pieces. Now, before I get into too much detail, there will be points in this video where I will get very excited and the volume will be going up and down. Oh shit, this is all a test. I don't even know if... Hey, we're golden, Johnny, but I don't even... Whatever. I'm going to get into it in a second. But spoiler warning. Also, take this information with a grain of salt. Any information that I go with, my speculation, that is, or if I mention some plot leaks, take that information with a grain of salt, because it's all just bullshit and hearsay until it appears on your screens. In less than a year, less than a fucking year, in less than 6 months, we're going to be having a trailer for House of the Dragon. Now, I don't know about all that, but we will at least know within 6 months that a trailer, enough footage has been filmed for them to cut a trailer. So HBO's infamous with these leaks. I have so much to say. I make videos like once a fucking month now, but we're gonna get past this intro part. But HBO are the OG of leaking out information for fucking Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was the most downloaded show of all time. Still will probably be for several years until House of the Dragon will eventually take that crown. I don't know, HBO Max is pretty fucking cheap, but they're the OG, and they set the limits. Marvel is sort of following in their footsteps when it comes to releasing information, but don't worry, all that's going to be starting with House of the Dragon. In this video, 2 warnings. Spoiler warning, obviously. If you don't want to know anything about the series, well, click the fuck off of it. Obviously, don't click on videos that are titled something, something, leak, House of the Dragon, something, something. Also, headphone warning. The volume will be going up and down on this video as I get excited. So if you're listening to this using headphones, go ahead and turn that volume down to about a 3. You'll be in the safe zone. Alright, now jumping right into things. Well, I guess before we really jump into things, if you enjoy this content, please do me a massive favor. It really helps my videos out. Slap a like on it. Like goal is going to be 420. Alright, so touching back on what I was saying about spoilers, I had this debate when I first started my YouTube channel like 5 years ago, and I want to know if that's changed since literally every film franchise, TV show, whatever the fuck releases spoilers if they're big enough, I want to know if my viewing audience has changed their thoughts on that, because there were some people that would only watch my videos that I did that focused on the TV series and the known spoilers, and then there was a large group of people that only watched my videos that covered the leaks from Game of Thrones in between seasons. Now, obviously, I'm going to be making both kinds of videos still continuously, but I want to know if the feelings on that have changed. Do you feel like it's going to ruin your viewing experience, or do you feel like now, since we had a devoid of anything Game of Thrones for going on the longest time ever, do you think this will do nothing but build the hype, as this show kind of needs it because of how some of the large prefect, or the large chunk of people who are very vocal online, but it's actually a small subsect of the audience, the viewing audience anyway, because of that in season 8 and all that shit. Don't want to open up those feelings, but do you think that the show needs to build the hype up, and releasing these spoilers and these leaks or whatever the fuck are gonna help the fan base sort of revigorate itself? I don't know. Too much. Whatever. Getting kind of... Alright, yeah. None of this is gonna be edited out. We'll just keep it all in. Alright, so starting off, the most exciting sort of spoilers, I guess, if we want to call it that. Is this thing... Yeah, it's still recording. Alright, cool. I'm gonna drop this picture in here. Alright. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what it's called. We'll call it D. And then... this image right here, it's sort of tiny. but this is at the back of the Leavesden studio in the Warner Brothers studio in Leavesden, the UK. This is Maegor's Holdfast. This has been out for a couple of days now, so I'm pretty sure you've seen the fucking comment sections on literally every platform that this was shared on. But this is a part of the Red Keep. It's pretty obvious the Red Stone is sort of a dead giveaway, but there are parts of the castle, and again, sort of avoiding spoilers, because I don't really know until, these videos start to gain traction. I don't know if I should. I've studied the fucking this story inside and out, so it's very easy for me to let massive spoilers, if you will, slip without even realizing what I'm saying. So just keeping it short, this image is from the backlot of Leavesden Studio. It is part of King's Landing. This super excites me because this means one thing. This is a permanent set dress at this housing hub, and much like the Wall in Winterfell, a lot of those scenes for Game of Thrones were filmed there, so they built like actual sets in Belfast in Northern Ireland. This is going to have a lot of scenes filmed there, mainly opening scenes, perhaps. Maybe there's going to be several dragons that are going to be landing at this entrance, and that's why they actually wanted to build it right where they have their main hub at, so it'll be easy access for not only actors but for the camera crew, the special effects guys to get in there and do their fucking magic. This does nothing but excite me. Now, just jumping back to face cam here, I want to know what you all think this is. I mean, to me, it's pretty obvious, but let me know if you think that since this is one of the first sets that are built that's so massive they can't, keep it under wraps, do you think this is going to be a crucial point? I think one thing that will help determine this, if there's going to be dragons at the scene, is fire. Fucking large amounts of equipment that control the flow of the flame. And let me know what you think down below. Personally, it makes me wonder so many questions. One of them was something that I released in my community section over on my YouTube channel, which was like, do you think they're going to change the Dragonstone throne? Main reason being is because a lot of these backdrops are infamous. They've been viewed by millions and millions of people worldwide. And this show is going to, at least in this first season, fall heavily into those themes of what made Game of Thrones successful. The familial drama, the real life historical counterpart sort of thing that happens where like there's some crazy event like the Red Wedding and you look it up and you're like, holy fucking shit, this was inspired by some true events in real life history. Do you think because those are going to sort of feel like repeated maybe during this first season, they're going to allow you to sort of separate? I got spit on my lip. I'm fucking glad I noticed that. I hate when that happens when I'm filming these long-ass videos and I go back and rewatch them after it's already uploaded to YouTube, of course, and then realize that I had spit in my beard or on my fucking lip for like 5 minutes and it just looks disgusting. But anyway, getting back on track here, I really, really, really forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, so do you think they'll spend more time building up these set dresses? Because I actually have another picture. I don't know if I actually put it in this fucking folder, but it was basically more close-up of the red stone. Okay, yes, I did. Let me add this real quick. Do you think they're going to spend more time? I mean, literally the showrunner Ryan Condal has a props podcast that he does. Like, he collects, I'm assuming they own an auction warehouse, and he talked about how, Dark Sister is being like custom made, and he's all about props and shit. So it makes me wonder if one of the ways he's going to make his mark on this new series is by spending so much time making these set dress pieces and all this shit. We've had several pictures leak of like set guys. I don't know what the fuck they call them. Crew members on House of the Dragon having like birthdays and shit behind the scenes and shit, and like everybody sees the little like decorations in the background and they're going fucking nuts. Let me add this other image here. But this one, this is pretty straightforward. This is a camera crew guy, and he posted a picture of his sweet ass like $1 million camera rigs, and in that, obviously, when you fucking zoom in on it, you see a goddamn dragon. And, that similar stone feeling that I think it's like English gray stone or something. I don't fucking know what it's called. Let me not pretend. But that shit looks dope. And obviously that's in line with the Red Keep. And this is when King's Landing and everything that Aegon established when he came and took over the Seven Kingdoms, everything is at their fucking prime, because it kind of hasn't been destroyed by the Targaryens yet. The Targaryens sort of built this and like inspired these people through fear to do all of these great things, and they also take a lot of it out. Some of the castles are rebuilt, obviously, but this sort of attention to detail and like we know how the Red Keep looked and how the throne room looked for so long, seeing it in Game of Thrones. Ryan Condal, being like the type of person that he is, doing something like this, the first sort of images we get are just set details, and like we get like information about how Dark Sister, one of the swords that's being used in this show, is going to be custom made, and it hasn't been seen yet in any of the set leaks, so we don't know what it's looked like. So it's probably still being made by some fucking blacksmith somewhere, and like obviously the first time we see it will be in like probably like Entertainment Weekly photo covers. I don't know, this gets me super excited about the show. I sort of went on a rant in a tangent, and I don't really know what my main point was. I think it was that, does this get you as excited as I am about this new series? Because we've got people that not only know the story, they know how well Dan and Dave did in their prime, arguably, whatever the fuck you want to say negative about Dan and Dave. You got to remember, they made the greatest show of all time possible. Obviously George R. R. Martin wrote the foundation for that story, but he handed the reins over to them and they told their version of his story. So if they hadn't have told their version of his story, then it wouldn't be the greatest show of all, whatever the fuck. I'll read me down in the comment section. I'm ready for y'all motherfuckers. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is all super exciting. Another thing that sort of came up, and I don't remember if I mentioned it in the like 5-minute live stream that I did in between feeding my son last week. I had like a few minutes. He was calm, so he allowed me to talk about some. I can't remember if I mentioned all the locations that they're going to be filming at, but the ones in Spain specifically have had the biggest fucking leaks of all time come out, and those have all been like, filming season 6, season 7, but they've all been crucial moments in the series. So when they start filming there in October, they've already scheduled it with Spain. A lot of the castles they're going to be filming at, it's wide open. It's really easy to send in a drone and sort of just take like a big view of the entire landscape and see what's going on. What I think the big thing people need to realize, because I see a lot of the rhetoric and shit online, and in the absence of actual solid leaks and information, people have been going fucking ham and crazy. And I may be partly to blame for that, because I feel like I do the same shit, and I've also mentioned it in several of my videos. I'm like, look, if you really want to find out the information, follow the hashtag House of the Dragon on all the fucking social media platforms. But specifically, the actors who've all been named have made their social media public, right? They're like, anybody can follow them. Pay attention to who they follow. Eventually, you're going to find someone who is also on the fucking TV show. Maybe someone who hasn't been named yet. But that's just going crazy where people are like, oh, this person is this because they followed this. They took a picture with this. They were at this fucking film. They were at this bar, or they were at this place out in the field. They took a picture with them. That confirms that they're this character who doesn't have that major. No. Calm the fuck down. Everybody needs to chill out. All the people that have been listed on the House of the Dragon page at HBO, all of those people are going to be the main focus of the first season. So anyone that is playing the backdrop of a titular character, sorry, not titular, but of a fucking character with huge titties, anybody's playing up, but anybody who's playing a character who has a name and does things in this story, I gotta keep myself from saying books, because it's really like it's the same story written, multiple different versions of it. Ultimately, we have to go by what the Maesters say and what they think, and then sort of construct who their personality is by their words and the story that they're retelling. I personally like to believe Mushroom's claims, because his claims are the most fun, the most salacious, and if he doesn't get a role on this series, I'm going to be pretty fucking pissed. The spit lip thing happened again. But I'm sure someone's going to play the role of him of like telling... Anyway, damn, I need to go back and watch. I need to go. This is an edit right here, but I need to go back and watch what the fuck my point was. I went on a crazy tangent on that one. Okay, I remember now. But basically, anybody who you see listed on that HBO page, those are all going to be the main focus for this series. Anyone you see in the background that does have a role in the books, and maybe we'll find out who they are after the episode airs by looking at their credits, they're probably going to be recast until next season. The show has a large fucking number of characters that they need to develop, because when they die in this season and later seasons, it's got to mean something. So all those people that are listed on that website are going to have the most fucking screen time. Maybe they'll interact with a few other characters who will have dialogue and play a major part in later seasons, and that'll make us familiar with them at first, just sort of like a major character has like a backdrop scene or whatever. But that also allows the showrunners opportunities to recast them and find actors for a role that may be like a bigger part. Right now, everybody that you see listed on HBO's website is probably permanent for the series until they die. I doubt they're going to be recast. That was one of the things that Dan and Dave could sort of get away with, and not really, because it was still like, what the fuck? But like they could recast certain characters, or have like Tommen, who played a Lannister cousin, come back and play the fucking king for like a solid season and a half. They could do shit like that, but not anymore. It's not going to go down with this new series. So I think everybody that you see listed is permanent. Everybody that you see listed will have the most screen time in this first season. And really, we should all chill the fuck out trying to find out who else has been cast on the show, because it probably won't matter. Other than the young Targaryen children, I don't know if anybody else is going to be announced. And even then, they've announced so many fucking people. I don't know if we'll get any more information. So at this point, I think this video is probably like almost 13 minutes. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. It's way longer than I thought it was going to be. I talked my ass off. Well, alright, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you could, please do me a massive favor and slap a like on this video. So like goal is going to be 420. Also, make sure you're subscribed and turn notifications on, so that way you get an alert every single time I drop a video throughout the wait for House of the Dragon Season 1, throughout the wait for, yes, I still have fucking faith, the Game of Thrones movie that will come a few years down the line from now. But you'll get an alert every single time I drop a video throughout the wait for that, or as it's known in this channel, the Long Knot. Super special shout out to every single person watching this video, and a super special shout out to my Patreon family over on patreon.com/SirHuntsReviews. My name's Mark. Thanks for watching, and this has been Sir Hunt's Reviews. Oh, wow.